After my amputation, I started to think differently and think about sports differently. I'd had an extremely traumatic accident, of course, and the nurses at the hospital didn't really believe me. A nurse came by every hour and checked on me because I was so happy to still be alive that they thought I was mad.
Welcome back to Best Care Forum.
First of all, I am happy that we could carry on as we have.
My outlook on life and my personal motto is keep it simple.
And giving up is not an option.
I hope the experience of our patients in this video will help you.
My name is Jan Keet. I'm from Haften in the Netherlands and I'm 60 years old. My leg was amputated 12 years ago in a work accident in a tower crane.
My first thought was he'll never be able to walk again. When Jan came to, and I said to him, "You've lost your leg," his first reaction was, "Yes, but I'm still alive."
Also, to be happy and not to give up, you have to be strong, you have to take a therapy, be able to get back to the normal life.
Yes, I'm still here. I could have died as well. I thought, well, that's also true. At a moment like that, you don't know what might happen.
When I was in the hospital, I'd had an extremely traumatic accident, of course. I was truly glad to still be alive and was able to make the best of a bad situation. That was my attitude when I left hospital too. My family was thinking about renovating the house. Bigger doors, bigger door frames, everything bigger so I could fit through with a wheelchair. But I said, no, there won't be a wheelchair. I'm simply going to live as I lived before. And I'm still proud not a set up for disabled people, just a seat.
We were sitting at the kitchen table for the first time. He already had a prosthesis by then. And he said, "Go and get your bicycle." I said, "Okay, what for?" "I'm going for a bike ride." So my son went and got the bike. Jan took the bike and went for a ride. I said, "Take your mobile along, then if you fall, we can come and pick you up." But he didn't want to. He just wanted to ride a bike, by himself. When he came back, our neighbor came out and looked and said, "Hey, it's Jan on a bicycle."
I had led the football club for years, especially the teams my son played on. But then I realized that I was more of a fanatic than those on the pitch. So I quit that and rode my bike again, like I had also done before my amputation. A friend and I then thought about how we could best go bike riding without having someone along. I wanted to ride my bike when it best suited me and not go through so much trouble just to go for a ride. I took part in the Amputate race 3 times. The first 2 years I climbed the mountain 3 times and the third year 4 times. 4 climbs is my record.
First of all, I am happy that we could carry on as we have. We do everything together, and we try to do as much as possible together. Our life simply went on like it had before the accident. We have a son and a granddaughter, and they find that normal as well. We have a granddaughter who is 5 years old, and she doesn't even notice that Grandpa is missing a leg. When she sits on his lap, she says, "Grandpa, I'm sitting on your owl leg."
My outlook on life and my personal motto is keep it simple.
And giving up is not an option.
Today is the day we make Mr. McNubbins a proper costume. We got felt, googly eyes, and super glue. Should have gone with fabric glue? Probably. Okay, I think our first order of business is probably eye placement, then we can kind of figure out the nose and the mouth from there. There? There. Pink tongue, red tongue. Let's say pink. Super glue, so I better be sure. Let's try right there. Yeah, does that look even? Nose right there. Super glue is very sticky. Thanks, Captain Obvious. All right, he's coming along nicely, but I feel like we're gonna need some puppy dog ears. What are you doing? You right there. And now my nubbin is a proper sock puppet. I could become a sock puppet channel. What do you think, Puppy McNubbins? I think that'd be a great idea. What am I doing with my life? Really, what am I doing? Do I regret my leg amputation because now I deal with phantom pain? This is a really good question because the reason I had my ankle cut off was because there was 14 years of pain, limited mobility, being on medication, and I wanted to be done with it. And you think you cut off the body part that's a problem, the pain is gone, but unfortunately phantom pain is a very real thing that I deal with every day. However, I do not for a second regret having my amputation because the kind of pain that I had in my ankle before stopped me from living life. Like I could barely walk, every activity I enjoyed was slowly taken away from me. And phantom pain absolutely sucks, but it doesn't stop me from living life like my ankle did. Also, most days overall, the pain is less severe than what I had before. So ankle or no ankle, if I was gonna hurt anyways, I might as well choose to live it on my own terms and be able to do the things I love.
What the heck happened here? Where did it go? Who took it? Why did this occur? How did I lose my leg? This is of course one of the most common questions I get asked. There is so much more that has occurred since then, including losing my leg a second time that I'm gonna share with you guys today. The leg loss story. So jokingly, I like to tell people a lot of different versions of how I lost my leg. You know, gator got her, the champagne of sharks, a great white shark attack. I always wonder if saying that is like insensitive to people who have lost their limbs to sharks, which I imagine is an incredibly traumatic experience, and maybe I should stop joking about that. The way my story starts is a little bit less exciting. I was a horse girl as a kid growing up. Like when you think stereotypical horse girl, that was me. I was kind of obsessed. Homeschooled, I lived in the forest, and eventually I convinced my mom to let me go work at a local barn. So I'd basically, you know, take care of the horses in exchange for occasionally being able to get on one of them in the arena and, you know, take her around or something like that. But we never had the money for actual lessons, so I just kind of picked up hints here and there and like tips from sometimes instructors who were there who were kind enough to share their wisdom with me, or just other gals who were training there. So as a 13-year-old, I was pretty adept at like walking, trotting, cantering, getting around arena, but oh my god, the vision I had of me being able to gallop through an open field, my ponytail streaming in the breeze behind me, looking elegant and majestic like Eowyn in Lord of the Rings, was everything my little teenage heart desired, and one day that opportunity actually became available to me. A couple of the cool girls at the barn were going to take their horses out for a trail ride in this huge open field, and I got to tag along. I woke up that morning ready for my dream to come true. And technically it did, but then it took an abrupt left turn. Hi Sophie. Sophie's going to be joining us. So the horse that I was riding that day was named Georgia, and she was an ex-thoroughbred racing horse, which in retrospect, maybe not the smartest to take this horse out in an open field where she could just take off. That, my dear Sophie, is precisely what she did. So my two friends who were very skilled riders took off galloping on their horses. Georgia, you know, charges after them because that's what horses do. But I was totally out of control. I did not know what I was doing, and I was kind of holding on for dear life. And unfortunately, Georgia actually tripped as she was running kind of full speed. I went over her shoulder. I remember hitting the ground, like on the back of my shoulders, almost on my neck, and then I blacked out for like a couple seconds. When I came to, my friends had like run over, they're like, oh my god, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm okay. And I went to stand up, and then I almost passed out again, and quickly realized there was something very, very wrong with my right ankle.
I am sure you are interested to know the whole story about the amputation and the decision why she has gone through the amputation. For that, please watch the next video, will be uploaded in few days. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching Best Care and Sepsor Media's videos. God bless you. Stay healthy.